Yeah, it's your boy Polo, the Swag King, and welcome to another episode of Polo's POV. If you thought about it, we probably go talk about it. Life, love, and all the above. And now that you know what type of party it is, let me stop with all the shucking and jiving and come on with the come on. How y'all doing, man? It's a brand new day. We going live. And when I say live, I mean live, man. Got Alabama in there and Ole Miss. They head up. I think Ole Miss up by like 3 points at the half. But you know Alabama gonna be Alabama. You never know. But anyway, man, you already know how I like to do it. I'm gonna jump right on into this thing. Talk about a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and all the above. First, I want to talk about, man, Nancy Pelosi, husband. The house get broke in. Dude beating her husband or hit her husband. I ain't gonna say beat. You know, I like to keep it 100 on him. Hit her husband upside the head with a hammer. His plan would go tie. He would go tie the man up and wait on Nancy Pelosi to get home. The husband like 80 years old. He like 42. But my thing is, man, regardless of your political affiliation or how you feel, Republican, Democrat, man, that's all your business, bro. But breaking in folks' houses, that's criminal. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, going to jail, boy. And then you really ain't a good criminal. You let an 80-year-old man put them hands on your motherfucking head. And then that's what people don't understand, bro. You breaking into somebody's house, they give a motherfucker 50% more. You'll have a motherfucker with a broke leg, obviously on their leg here, just for the simple fact on the screen. You done broken my motherfucking house. You just go come to my establishment, my humble abode, me casa, soup, all that old shit, man. Come on now. But that's some bullshit, man. This shit getting out of hand, out of control. You disagree with a motherfucker, cool. But just leave it at that. But coming to a motherfucker house, I'm gonna just put it like this. And this is Polo on his point of view. Run up in him. I don't give a fuck what you think of me, how you feel about it. Run up in him. Matter of fact, you ain't gonna run too. You might limp up in him, fall up in him, but you ain't gonna be doing too much running. Cause as soon as I heard one dog say, "Arf, arf," I'm going, you know what I'm talking about? The dog will say, "Roof, roof." I'm gonna say, it's gonna be something like that on your head, boy. But anyway, let's switch it up a little bit. Speaking of that bullshit and people running in folks' houses, blessings to the Migos family. Takeoff, I'm pretty sure y'all, unless you've been on a rock somewhere, Takeoff passed away at the age of 28. He was shot in Houston, Texas. So from my understanding, I don't know all the details. I'm not an investigator or nothing like that. But from my understanding of the situation, it was a dice game going on with Quavo, and a misunderstanding happened, argument, and shots got fired and happened to hit Takeoff. I believe this was last week, honestly. I think the funeral was actually Friday. Because like I said, I'm going live. Today is Saturday. I think the funeral was yesterday, if I got my bearings together. But I said that to say this. Do we not value life anymore? Like anytime we get in a disagreement or something like that, does it have to be pulling a scrap? Does it have to be, I'm going to kill you? Why it just can't be, oh, bro, I don't know. I agree to disagree with you. Yeah, what the fuck ever, I'm gone. You know, what happened in all this? Does it have to be pulling the pistol and doing this and that? You know, like I said previously, there's somebody coming into my home so I can understand it. Or somebody running up on me trying to cause bodily harm to me, I can understand it. But just like a simple disagreement or like a misunderstanding, we got to pull the guns and squeeze the trigger. And in this case, from my understanding, he didn't even have nothing to do with none of it. You know what I'm saying? It was all the misunderstanding, and the situation was dealing with Quavo. But after the shots let off, Quavo not dead, and he is. You know what I'm saying? And that's the crazy thing. And the real fucked up part about it, like I said, this Polo's POV, he was rich. They was rich. It's the Migos. You know, if it wasn't the Migos, we might not have heard of this story. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be real about it. Because this shit happens all the time, every day. People dying behind dice games, over females. And it's these young guys, you know what I'm saying? It's like, once again, do we not value life anymore? And then once you pull the trigger, you affect a lot of people. Your own life, for one. The person you killed, and you don't know who they was taking care of, if they got kids. They somebody brother, sister, son, uncle, You know, it's a ripple effect. You feel me? I'm just, like, for me, example, I might not be shit to you, but I'm somebody to my wife, to my kids, to my mom, to my dad, to my brother, you feel me? To my friends. You know what I'm saying? I might not be shit to you, and that's cool. But if somebody does something to me, how many people does that affect? For one, that's my income. My family's lacking that income that I bring in. My family's lacking how I talk my shit, how I make them smile, or, you know, it's a ripple effect. And people, to me, I just don't think, a person don't think of that. The first thing they want to do is grab a gun and squeeze the trigger. That's the easy part. Anybody can flick them, they fucking index finger. Let's be real. Anybody can do that. But I don't know, man. Just man up. Hey, put the guns down, pick your hands up. What happened to that? We go fight every day till I get tired or you get tired. What happened to that? It's just, I'm going to kill you, fuck your life up and my life. Because, you know, the police get your ass. You might do a life sentence or even death. Now it's 2 people gone. Now they done took you away from your family. I'm just saying it's some shit to think about before we picking up the pistols and all that. But man, blessings and to their family and everything. And prayers to their family. And R.I.P. Takeoff. And I'm gonna just say this. I think he was he's like just listening to the music. I'm gonna say he was probably the best rapper. You know what I'm saying? I do a little music myself. I think he was the best rapper out of the Migos. Take him over Offset and Quavo. But R.I.P. And I want to say this too, in case you don't know. I believe he was the one that actually. Well, I ain't gonna say he was the original. Quavo and Offset, they joined him. He was already doing it. He said he didn't see nothing else but being a rapper. So R.I.P. to Takeoff. And I actually think they had his funeral yesterday out there in Atlanta. I think they rented out secured an arena or something like that to have his funeral. Had performances. A couple big names performed at his funeral. But anyway, y'all, let's switch it up because that's I can go on for days and days about what I feel about the gun violence and people down to 28 years old. So let's switch it up a little bit. Elon Musk. Apparently this Twitter deal done fell through. Well, went through, not fell through, went through. And he now the owner of Twitter. And at first he wanted to charge you $20 for the blue check. People cutting up about it. He dropped it down to $8. But, you know, I'm just joined Twitter. I ain't really a big Twitter fan. I don't like the format and how it's set up. My guy was like, Slim, you just got to get used to it, man. But I've been on it for a couple months now. And it just ain't me, you know. I guess I'm so used to Instagram. I don't really fuck with Facebook like that, even though a lot of people think I do because apparently my wife is my social media account or something because she handles all that. A lot of people like, man, you put this on Facebook. I'm like, bro, I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't even be on Facebook like that. But either way, Elon Musk done took it over. If you want your blue check mark, or if you got a blue check mark already, he gonna charge you $8 a month. I mean, then at the same time, much money, but it was some billions, a lot of billions he spent to cop Twitter. So I mean, you really can't blame him to try to monetize it and get some of his money back. But while we on Twitter and Elon Musk, I've heard reports that since he done took over Twitter, the N-word has been produced on the site a little more than it used to, like at a high rate. In the case, if you've been on the rock somewhere, you don't know what the N-word is. I'm talking about nigger, all that. And there's really no right or wrong way to say it. To me, it's meant on how you say it and how it's represented. Like, I might say to my brother, nigga, please, you know you on some bullshit. But now at the same time, a white person say it, it might be a bad situation. I'm just saying it like that. But anyway, right or wrong, they say the N-word has been said an awful lot on Twitter since Elon Musk took it over. Now, I don't know if that's the freedom of speech or he just don't give a damn. I don't know. But to me, people got the right to say what they want to say, feel how they want to feel, but I also know it could be consequences behind it. So if you want to call somebody a nigga, call him a nigga. If you don't want to call him a motherfucking nigga, don't call him a nigga. So that's just how Polo feel about it. But now me personally, I know I'm a child of God. So if a person call me a nigga, I'm going to assume that you doing that to anger me or to disrespect me. But the definition of a nigga is actually an ignorant person. And who said he got to be black? Hello. Who said he got to be black? Hello. A nigga can be white, Hispanic, Jewish. That's just my opinion of it. You know what I'm saying? So to me, if let's say a white person call me a nigga, I think that white person being a nigga, because they being ignorant, calling me a nigga, because they think I'm going to be upset or some kind of irate or something about it. But me, I just, try to take care of my family and my business. I really don't give a fuck what you call me. But, you might catch me in the mood one day. It just depends on your body language, your demeanor when you do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I feel like you trying to provoke me or something by doing it, I'm not going to give you what you want. What I'm going to do, go upside your head, then you going to go down there and press charges on me, give me a fast assault charge? No. I'm going to say, okay, well, I'm the nigga that's living better than you. That's probably, knowing me, that's probably some shit I'd say. I'm a nigga, but I'm the nigga that's living better than you. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably get to explaining my lifestyle or something like that and belittle their ass. That's how I do it. I just belittle a motherfucker. I ain't gotta put my hands on you. I ain't gotta pull my gun. I'll just belittle your ass. Because if you come at me sideways, you give me the right to come at you sideways. You disrespect me, you give me the right to disrespect you. But can you take it in how you dish it out? Hello. Can you take it in how you dish it out? And that's some real shit. And speaking on being real shit, we had the midterms came up. And Byron Allen's bidding on the Washington Commanders. That's the dude about that $100 million crib. Ooh, some kind of media company or something. Maybe I need to get in media because apparently they make that money. But he lost his first bid. He was trying to buy the Broncos when they was for sale, but Walmart beat him out on that bid. But I hear him, Jay-Z, who's the Facebook guy, babe? Is it Zuckerberg. I heard they all interested in it, and who knows? But the Washington Commanders, imagine that. And they going for that B. I think, about 6-7 billion, something like that. But the owner football, we do need some black owners in this football thing. I think 32 teams? I think all the owners are white. So we do need some diversity in that. And then, let me ask you this. Why do you think that is? Here it is, 2022. This football been going on since the longest. A lot of your Hall of Fame are African American. But all the owners, and you ain't got a lot of black head coaches either. Not head coaches. You got a few coaches, but not black head coaches. You got offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators, trainers, all this. But you ain't got too many black head coaches either. Things that make you say, But anyway, switching it up. And a little bit of celebrity. Nick Cannon, he expecting his 11th child. Hot damn, Nick. Ooh, woo. I'm talking about Nick Hell on him, ain't he? But now, a lot of people say, well, he got the money, he can do it. But trust me, I'm a father myself. I got a few kids myself. And I ain't got nowhere near 11, and it's hell on me. You feel me? My son just left the Super Bowl a couple hours ago. Like I said, this is live, y'all, if you think I'm playing. Unfortunately, they lost 20-0 to Sandersville. But shout out to my son. Shout out to Juju. Omar Keys Jr., a.k.a. Juju. He played wide receiver, running back, inside, tackle, outside. He played about 5-6 positions on the team. But it just didn't work out with him for the day. But like I said, his ball game. Then my other son was in flag. They do band. And they got pep rallies and turkey drives. They got all kind of stuff going on. So there's no way in hell. I don't give a fuck how much money Nick Cannon got. No way in hell he being there for all 11 kids. I just don't see it. It's just not possible. And then, Christmas time. I mean, how you do that? Or, and then he having these motherfuckers back to back like those steps or some shit. Like you leaving one birthday party, going over him to the ball game, leaving the ball game, going to band practically. So nah, people can miss me with that bullshit. You can say he got how much money he want, but no way you can take care of 11 kids. I mean, you can monetarily provide for them, but no way you go be there for 11 kids. Just not possible. And speaking of kids, you heard it here first. Now, I know if y'all follow my podcast, a couple weeks ago, I told you my son took tests in kindergarten. And they say he's reading on like a damn near second grade level and all that. Well, new studies show they actually they get them test scores from the kids and the literacy level is low. And if they got a bunch of kids who literacy level is low in that area, they start building prisons. Because the odds of your kid not going to, if they literacy level is low, which basically means they don't read good, they can't figure out word problems or math word problems. So the chances of them getting frustrated and dropping out is high. And then once they drop out, their chances of going to prison is high. So they actually build prisons in areas of lower test scores, if that makes sense. Talk about it now. Listen to me one more time in case you didn't get me. They testing these kids early to see who got a possibility to graduate, who don't. And if it's a lot of kids in a certain area, they go build prisons. They go have a place for them. They already saying your kid go fail in life. And so that's why here lately, I've been reading to my kids and all this. I had to step it up a little bit as a parent because we can't put it all on these teachers. These teachers got anywhere from 15 to 25 kids. And then if you in the city, probably more than that in a classroom. So if your kid don't get it, they might miss it. I'm not saying they don't care or not doing their job. They just might not be aware of it because there's so many kids. So it's our jobs as the parents to keep up with our kids' grades and what they doing in school, where we can help them at, where we can tutor them at. Sometimes you got to be your kid tutor. You can't depend on, if you can't pay nobody, it's got to be you, even when you don't feel like it. Because trust me, I go in my kids' room and read to them when I don't feel like it. Often, very often. But if this was going to help my kids succeed in the long run, I'm all for it. You feel me? Okay, switching it up one more time. I want to talk about this, y'all. Because I see this shit all the time. Sagging. We still doing this shit in 2022. I'm talking about you got motherfuckers with skinny jeans, you got people toting pistols, and you got motherfuckers still sagging. I look up, man, I see a grown ass man, whole ass. I mean, but what is the purpose of this? Okay, the police get behind you, you can't run. You go fall. You got to pull you get into a fight. You got to, I mean, come on now. And we still doing this in 2022. And in case you didn't know, sagging started in prison. That was the homosexuals letting other people know they was available. That's where it started from. That shit is not cool. My daddy, y'all, Mert Jones Jr. That's one thing he didn't play. Man, I can come in the house, high, drunk, it didn't even matter. But boy, pull them pants up on your ass. That's why you can't get a job. Or his favorite line was, "You just pull them off. What you doing? You got them hanging below your ass. Just pull them off." You know what I'm saying? Just pull them off. But I can't believe people are still sagging in 2022. It's not cool. Okay, I can understand a teenager. I give you a teenager. But a grown ass man, we talking about motherfucker 30, 28, 30 years old, pants are hanging all off the head. I mean, what's cool about that? And then you around dudes. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. It's just disgusting. We got to get ourselves together. Anyway, y'all, be aware. Ride shares like Uber, Lyft, they being used to kidnap teenagers. So if your kid catching an Uber or something like that, be careful. From my understanding, they offer them a drink, and they take the drink, and next thing you know, they waking up somewhere they don't supposed to be. So y'all be careful about that. You heard the warning right here first on Polo's POV. Now switching gears one more time. I want to talk about they just recently had the New York Marathon, which is 26.2 miles. And I'm going to say it like this. Wow. Cause man, I don't think I can run 26 feet I'm just be real with you. Nah, I ain't that in shape. I ain't that out of shape, but 26.2 miles. That's all I can say about that. And then most people do a minimum of 4 months training. And then I think even if you do the half, it's like 13 miles. But they had this lady, I forget her name. I wish I could remember her name. But she had like a daughter. She was wheelchair bound. And she actually pushed her daughter to 26.2 miles. So shout out to that lady. That's dedication. She was like, me and my daughter's going to finish this. But I don't think I can get myself to do 26.2 miles. I'm just being real about it. So shout out to anybody that done ran a marathon, running a marathon, training to run a marathon. Hats off to y'all, man. Because I don't know. I might get you about 1 or 2 miles, man. I'm just being real about it. My feet hurting just thinking about it. Major League Baseball. 7% of all teams have blacks on it. And I don't know how many teams in baseball. I'm not a big fan of baseball. But I do know the Houston Astros won the World Series. I do know that. And then I think they only, out of the Astros and the Phillies, it was only like one, it was some blacks out there, but it was only one American-born black. Most of them came from like the Dominican Republic or overseas. And I don't know, that's a disparity in baseball. You know, like I said, I'm not a fan. I don't keep up with that. I just heard the story and I thought it was worth bringing to y'all, because that's what I do, man. On Polo's POV, I just bring the shit to you, man. I'm letting you know what's going on around the world, what's in my head, how I'm feeling. You know what I'm saying? But 7% of all teams have blacks on them in baseball. 7%. That's a long way from 100. I'm talking like 93%. But anyway, speaking of some bullshit, I put the school bell on this one, because speaking of some bullshit, El Paso, Texas high school students' test results fly out the back of a UPS trucks. And I'm talking about the ACT scores. And you know, these are the ones that help you get into college and see where you go be at, and if you got to pay, how much you got to pay. But somehow or another, they flew out the back of the UPS truck. They found most of them, but some of the scores was lost. It might not be a bad thing if you ain't do too good. And then I'm thinking, how the hell? Like, just so happened to be the test scores. It wasn't nobody lamp coming from Amazon. It wasn't no shoes from Macy's and no shit like that. It was the ACT test scores. Imagine that. And y'all, hold on. You got to hear this one. I know y'all know about the Tyson food, Tyson chicken and all that. Well, this is the great grandson, because his daddy was in the company, and his daddy, the one founded Tyson Food. But the CFO of Tyson Food, they done found this motherfucker drunk in the wrong house. This woman come home, see this motherfucking strange man in her bed. Then even when the police get there, he unresponsive. He just that drunk. And now, what you think they gonna do to him? He the CFO. If you don't know what not CEO, but CFO. He the chief financial officer. But apparently this motherfucker gets so fucked up, he don't even know where his house is. And then, it's obvious. He thought that was his house. He went in there, laid down, go to sleep. He wasn't trying to hurt nobody. He wasn't doing nothing. Well, he was doing something wrong, but not nothing wrong, if you feel me. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't doing it. Apparently the motherfucker got drunk, went in the wrong house, went and laid down, said fuck it. But my thing about it, because I'm pretty sure he's the great grandson of the founder. He didn't get that position, just because he good at what he do. You feel me? They probably just gave it to him, handing it down, family business. Nepotism. If you don't know what that means, look it up. Nepotism. But I wonder what they gonna do to him now, since he done been found in the wrong house, in the bed, sleep. But damn. I mean, sometimes you just turn up too much. And hey, if anybody know me, I can't say shit, because I've been known to do this shit, not no going to the wrong house type shit, but I've been known to turn up a little too much and get myself in a bad situation. But anyway, switching gears one more time. Boy in India gets attacked by a cobra. The cobra bit him, wrapped his arm around him. I think this was like an 8-year-old kid. But after he got through shaking his arm and the snake wouldn't come out, the kid decided to bite the motherfucking snake back. The snake let go and get on down. And I just want to say, man, he kid harder than the motherfucker these days. Because a couple months ago, you had a 2-year-old, he bit a snake to death. And then this man, this 8-year-old, he going up against a cobra. So, I mean, man, it's a whole new world out here, people. So that's why we got to listen to this youth. We got to understand them. We can't just be you can't be like too hard on them, but at the same time, you got to lead them and guide them. But, I mean, these motherfuckers killing snakes with their birth. Well, one bit a snake to death. At 2, the other one bit a cobra, get him off of them. So, I mean, shit, we got to give these kids some credit, man. They ain't dumb as we think. And they ain't as vulnerable as we think. And I don't know what it is, YouTube, Google, or what, but give these kids some credit because I'm a grown-ass man. And if a cobra done bit me and wrapped his arm around me, y'all probably coming to my motherfucking wake. I'm just be honest because I damn sure wouldn't bite him. I ain't gonna bullshit you. I wouldn't even have the courage because I'm so scared of snakes. I probably had a heart attack just for the simple fact that motherfucker was on me. You know what I'm saying? Just being real about it. But on some serious business, y'all. On some serious, real serious business. Everybody know the midterms done came. Seems like the Democrats might split in the Senate, but the House seems to be going to the Republicans. And New York voted their first female Democratic governor. Dr. Oz, he was running for, I believe, was it Senate in Pennsylvania? He got beat out. You know, Oz was backed by Trump. And then Dr. Oz got on from Oprah. You know, he was a doctor. I ain't gonna say got on, but he got his publicity from Oprah because he was a regular guest on the Oprah Winfrey show. But Oprah actually backed his opponent. And that's just how the game go. His opponent beat him out. And I believe that was in Pennsylvania. And also I want to note this. Every candidate that was backed by Trump lost, except for one. Only one. Trump-backed candidate won their race. And I think that's going to say, like, people ain't really on that bullshit no more. Like, he lost the election saying he didn't lose, talking that bullshit, inciting hate and division, talk some people into storming the Capitol building and all that. But I've heard a couple people say, hey, look, man, I lost fair and square, we done. And then, like I said, I think America done spoke up. The MAGA party, let's get that defined. You got Democrats, Republicans, and then MAGA, Make America Great Again. And that's like, to me, that's something separate from Republicans. These people backed by that believe in Trump and his ideas. And I ain't gonna lie, Trump very entertaining, y'all. But if you just listen to this, the man got like 3 or 4 open legal cases. That's just what I know of. He got one in New York. He got the shit about taking the shit out the White House. He's got a lot of legal cases open. And are we still believing this guy? And to me, I don't even think Trump supporters really fucking with Trump. They just fucking with the fact that he brings hate and division so openly. You feel what I'm saying? Because if you just break it down and look at the facts, this dude crazy as fuck. But this the same dude. Just grab him by the pussy. This the same dude, bro. Come on now. I mean, I don't get it, y'all. But good luck trying to talk a Trump supporter into it or out of it. Because if they support him, it ain't nothing you can say to change their mind, so just go on. But America has spoken. We ain't about division. We trying to move America forward. And believe it or not, it's a lot of motherfuckers I don't like. You ain't got to like a motherfucker, but that don't mean you got to hate them or try to kill them. Or like I said in the opening, break into their house, try to hit them in the head with a hammer and tie them up and shit. Come on now. That's too far. That's too far. Like, honestly. And then, on this same political line, Georgia took Kemp over Stacey Abrams. And they say this motherfucker holding like $16 million or more, $16 to $21 million of Georgia money. Hospital study closing. Like if you get shot in Georgia, you only got one hospital in the immediate area, but you can't go to that one because it's too packed. It's packed to capacity. So the next one is like miles and miles out the area. So 9 times out of 10, you go die before you get there. I mean, he just sit back on his watch and let it go happen. But I think the problem with that was they wasn't ready for a black woman to have that position at the time. At the time, who knows? Next go around they might, but I feel like that's all it is because she clearly the better choice. This guy just ain't doing it right. But at the same time, ain't enough people getting out to vote for what they want. Like we'll sit behind. Oh man, that's fucked up. The DA gave my boy 20 years, or they want to give me 5 years for a blunt, or the judge did this, but you ain't at the polls voting to get these fucking folks out the seat, and somebody else is, and they tell them, hey, yeah, I'm gonna get about 500 people to come vote for you, but now what I'm gonna need from you is that's what's going on. But we got to get the people that's fucking you over out, and put the people that's got your best interest in mind in. But to do that, you got to vote. You got to excite your community. You got to talk to your kids about it, because a lot of people think they vote don't count. Hell, I was one of them. But I know now my vote count. Because if my vote didn't count, they wouldn't try so fucking hard to stop me from voting. You feel me? Think about this, y'all. They move polls. They redo district lines and all this shit. Why are people trying so hard to? I know it might be Georgia. They don't even want motherfucker bring you water and shit. You got to wait in line 6 hours just to cast your vote or your opinion. Come on now, that's bullshit. But if that's the only voting precinct in a 25, 30 mile area, you know what I'm saying? They don't even want people to bring you water or none of this shit while you in line. That's all to discourage you. And I don't understand why they should have federal laws against that. Certain states shouldn't have to do certain shit to stop you from voting. It should be a federal guideline across the board. They go for all the states. Like, this is how we vote. This is how it can be done. This is how it can't be done. Federal. Can't nobody change it. Because that's all they're doing. They just willing and dealing to fit their agenda to try to discourage or limit you from getting your vote. Excuse me, y'all. I told you this is live. Meanwhile, y'all, I'm sad to report this. Brittany Griner, the WNBA star, Olympian, they moved her in Russia to a penal colony, as they say, and it's a little bit harsher conditions. And I didn't know this. We did offer the prisoner swap. We would go give up the merchant of death and another motherfucker to get Brittany back. But Russia denied it, of course. And the reason they denied it because they blame us because they getting their ass kicked in Ukraine, which we are helping Ukraine. Because what they thought, they was going to run over there, take them folks shit and get on down. But this shit been going on for about 8-9 months now. And they still ain't took up. And from my understanding, Ukraine taking a lot of their shit back. Them folks fighting for their livelihood, for their land. And then you got some motherfuckers over there, they really don't even know why they fighting. They just following what Putin say. So I didn't know that, but we did offer a prisoner swap to get Brittany back. But Russia's like, nah, fuck that. But moving right along, y'all, I want to talk about this. And I think this is the craziest shit ever. Now, don't get me wrong. I just ordered some, I think Puma and Coke made a collaboration. So I got a pair of those. And I got the Paul George Gatorade edition. I bought them a couple years ago, and they done doubled in price. I looked them up the other day. They basically doubled what I paid for them. And my Puma and Coke that I just got in, I was go open them. Well, I did open them. I was go put them on my feet and wear them, and then I thought about it. Maybe I need to just keep these in the box and wait a couple years and see what they do. And while I was doing that, I ran across a couple conversations about shoes. I didn't know this shoe game is crazy. Like Eminem Jordan 4s, they very limited. They starting out at like 20 grand. Let me say that. So come again. Say what? They starting at like 20 grand. Hi, my name is 20 grand. And then also, you got people making shoes. They can go from anywhere from $100 to $2 million. Like it's a guy out of Detroit. I wish I could have recalled his webpage or his Instagram. But he hand makes his shoes. He hand makes them, and I think they starting out at like $1,200. But think about it. You got a handcrafted shoe here in the U.S. And if you don't wear that motherfucker, I don't know. But I did not know the shoe game was that crazy. Me personally, I'm trying to find the Kobe big stage, the Kobe 5 big stage, and a size 13. They hard to come by. And anybody got any questions or comments on this, you can hit me up at MarcoPolo2K@iCloud.com. Polo_DA_swag_king on Instagram, or Polo the Swag King 1 on Twitter. And fuck Elon Musk. I might just drop my Twitter account, really. But I ain't nowhere near a blue check. But if I did get a blue check, I ain't paying for it. That's real shit. And now let's talk about some bullshit. This is our government. Supreme Court judge puts a hold or trying to strike down the student loan forgiveness. Now, come on, man. You're a Supreme Court judge. You got a fat-ass salary. And even when you get off the judge, you probably have Secret Service or some kind of shit going, protocol going on. But you straight. So let these kids, man, Biden trying to forgive that shit. Why not? I mean, come on, why not? They done went to school. They done put in their hard-earned work. And they probably got careers. Some do, some don't. And somebody trying to get the monkey off their back. Why you want to keep the monkey on it? I just don't understand it. But he said the reason he putting a hold on it, he said Biden couldn't do it without Congress approval. Biden was wrong. And I'm saying, so fucking what? Man, these kids done worked hard, did their work. They out of school, and now they got $40,000, $50,000, $100,000 worth of loans they got to pay back. And somebody want to forgive it, and you say, no, this Polo now, you full of shit. Get on down. But anyway, y'all, just a little fun fact before I get on out of here. Just a little fun fact. The Marines were started in 1775. That was the start of the Marine Corps and the United States Army. And also Veteran Day was this week. Shout out and salute to all the troops. Shout out to my brother, Bug. I ain't gonna call his real name. But he served in the military. And to all the fallen troops and their families, and all the surviving troops and their family. You're getting love from Polo. And I'm gonna end y'all with a little bit of celebrity shit. Rich people probably know how I be talking. Chris Rock got the Netflix offer for the first live stand-up special. And all I want to say is, show me the money! Because that's exactly what he finna get. The first live stand-up special. And Will, I ain't gonna lie, Will Smith, you can slap me. Because Chris Rock's career, it was already booming. He ain't been doing nothing bad. I ain't gonna bullshit you. But he getting extra credit. Like him and Kevin Hart was on tour. Ticket sales went up 35% because people expecting him to talk about the Will Smith shit, which I'm pretty sure he will do on this one live. I'm willing to bet some money on that. But his career been booming since the slap. Will Smith got his movie coming out next month. So, I mean, I guess everything. They might as well kiss and make up. It is what it is. It was what it was. You know what I'm talking about? But, y'all, I appreciate y'all for sticking with me. This has been another episode of Polo's POV. If you thought about it, we probably go talk about it. And I want y'all to check my music out, Polo DA Swag King on all platforms. I got So Fly the Anthem. That's ANTHEM for y'all. That's curriculum. Ain't too cold. And So Fly Ants in the Pants. I got that going on. Them a couple of songs I got on all platforms. You can find them both on the Polo DA Swag King. You can hit me up in questions or comments of anything that I've talked about or that you want me to talk about or investigate on the MarcoPolo2K@iCloud.com. Polo underscore DA underscore swag underscore king on Instagram. Polo the Swag King 1 on Twitter. And until next time, y'all be good and be safe. Peace.